everyone, and welcome to day 3 of this Living an Authentic Life Challenge. I am Tanya Ehud, and today we will have a conversation about community, because it's in community that we thrive. It's in community that all the elements of who we are, from the top of our head to the soles of our feet, is designed to help us flourish. You cannot show all of your gifts, all of your skills, all of your talents if you're not in community. Because if you choose to do so, who's going to see it? That's why we have what we have, because you are built. That supportive nature of who you are, that person that thinks in process, that creates procedures, that the individual, sort of like me, that goes out and knows how to get all your friends together, because you know y'all want to have an amazing time. But somebody's got to plan it, somebody's got to process it. And in order for you to have that glorious moment, it's in community. Now, community is defined in various ways by various people. It can be just your small unit. It can be an element of your ethnic culture. It can be just a small portion, or the larger network of how we live in this thing called life. We have discovered over the last several years just how small this planet actually is. We are a global nation. We have a global community, and we still have our microcosms as well. But whatever that means, you still got to get connected to it. So it is in community that we flourish. It's in community that we grow. And here's something I want to bring you all a little bit into how I think, because I want to share with you that there are moments when you are in community where it looks like it doesn't want to accept you. If you find yourself in a position where it doesn't seem like you fit anywhere, I want you to know that that could just be temporary, because it just may mean you have to communicate things just a little bit different. Now, a lot of you already know that I'm dyslexic. And with that, from the time when I grew up, it was something that you did not tell the world, because that learning disability got you labeled and got you outcast. Now, anybody has a problem. I'm dyslexic. It's normal. It's okay now. But back then, if you find yourself like I did in a position where the community is putting you where it seems like you're exiled, where it seems like the natural parts of who you are aren't received well, I want you to know that there comes a time in how you learn to more effectively communicate what that is, that you will be accepted into a different element of community, because it's in parts. And that's the thing that I learned about my personal superpower, because that's what I call it now. Because when I see things with my dyslexia, it's just a little bit different. There are elements to it. And when I first saw the word community, the first thing I saw was the last part, unity. So in my head, I thought it was just the word unity, and then it dawned on me, that's too many letters. So since I realized it was too many letters, I went back and I looked at it again. And then when I looked at it again, I saw the word calm. Well, for a child, because they sort of test you when you're in elementary school. So in elementary school, calm was always communication. So I saw calm. That's communication. Oh, wait a minute, but there's 2 words. So it's a compound word. Now, my little mind goes really, really fast. So I'm breaking this down for y'all in slow motion. But when I am walking through this, in my mind, it's like unity, back up, calm, community, back up. That's 2 words. Okay, back up. This is how my dyslexia works for me. But it's a superpower, because what I learned is that it gave me an opportunity to see one word in multiple ways. So whenever I see community, I always see communicating in unity. Because we are communicating in unity, the elements that I bring to the table, that slightly different perspective, can support you in what you're doing. And that way, the unique elements of who I am ties into a unique element of who you are, so that we can be unified in how we share, communicating what we do to the world. If you find that you are now in a position where it looks like you're trying to be outcast by society, I want you to take a moment to recognize that as you communicate it differently, it will put you in unity, and that unity will seal you with an element of the community. It may be a small microcosm at first, because initially the only people that accepted me in my community was my family, probably because they had to. But after a while, people began to appreciate what I brought to the table. And then I also got an opportunity to see how the various elements of who they were could connect to help me enhance how I saw the world different, how I would communicate things different. And it gave me a different expansion of what to do next. In that arena, I got the opportunity to be accepted in a larger platform of community. And so for day 3, I want to encourage you that if some element of community seems like it wants to put you in an outcast position, recognize that the skill set that you bring, the powerhouse that you are, the gifts, skills, and talents that we have been talking about for the last couple of days will put you in unity so that you can be the bridge that helps others get a different perspective about unity. And so for that, if you want to continue this conversation, you need to be on the Zoom link. Join me by going to my website, tanyaehood.com. There you can get the link that will give you the opportunity to join us immediately, because we're going to, hello Zoom, talk about this in more detail next. In the meantime, this is Tanya Ehud, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.